Okay, what if I told you that you could actually rewire your brain to crave studying? Like the same way it craves scrolling through social media. I know, it sounds kind of crazy, but we're gonna dive into a method that works with your brain's chemistry, not against it, to help you finally get your focus back. So this is the big question, right? Because believe it or not, your brain doesn't actually know the difference between hitting the books and hitting like on a post. Nope, it only understands one language, and we are about to decode it together.
All right, first things first, if you struggle to focus, you've got to understand this. It is not a moral feeling. You're not lazy. It's all about your brain's chemistry and how it's dealing with the modern world.
And here it is. This is the key. Your brain doesn't put labels on things like productive or lazy. It doesn't care. It just measures one thing. How much dopamine is this activity gonna give me? It's basically just a little dopamine-seeking machine, constantly on the hunt for its next fix. Now, this is where most people get dopamine wrong. We think of it as the pleasure molecule, the thing we get after we do something cool. But that's only half the story. Really, it's the molecule of wanting. It's that chemical that screams, hey, go get that thing. There's a reward coming. It's the engine of motivation. And that, my friends, is something we can totally learn to hack. And that brings us to the big problem, doesn't it? The reason we're all here. Why does opening a textbook feel like climbing Mount Everest, but opening TikTok feels as easy as breathing? Well, this slide just lays it all out, plain and simple. Studying is a ton of effort for a reward that's way off in the future. Social media, it's the complete opposite. Your brain takes one look at this comparison and makes a super logical choice. It's gonna pick the easy path with the biggest, fastest chemical payout every single time. And if that wasn't clear enough, just look at this chart. When your brain has a choice between that tiny little dopamine bump from studying and the absolute fireworks show from a video game, I mean, it's not even a fair fight, is it? It's literally designed to go after the stuff on the right. So I really want this to sink in. Stop blaming yourself. Seriously. This isn't about willpower. Your brain is working perfectly, just like it's supposed to. The problem is our world has been hijacked by things that exploit that programming. But you know what? Today, we start taking back control. Okay, so now for the good part, the fix. This is a technique called dopamine loading. Think of it as a simple but really powerful way to make your brain's reward system finally work for you instead of against you. It's a 3-step process. First, we're gonna starve the brain of all that easy, cheap dopamine. Then, we're gonna build up a real sense of anticipation for studying. And finally, we're gonna reinforce that new habit with some smart rewards. So let's break down each step. This first step is absolutely crucial, so listen up. For 30 minutes, you do, well, basically nothing. No phone, no music, no podcasts, just sit there. Stare out a window. It is gonna feel so weird and uncomfortable, and honestly, that's the whole point. You're creating a dopamine vacuum, making your brain so hungry for stimulation that studying starts to look pretty darn good. Okay, so right before you dive in, you're gonna close your eyes for just 2 minutes. Seriously, that's it. Picture yourself acing that chapter, finally understanding that tough concept. Feel that little rush of accomplishment. This little mental movie tricks your brain's reward system, releasing a tiny bit of dopamine that makes you actually want to get started. And while you're in the zone, you're gonna manually create a positive feedback loop. You can use something like the Pomodoro technique, work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. But, and this is the most important part, you cannot pick up your phone on that break. No way. You get up, stretch, walk around. It has to be a low dopamine activity. This teaches your brain that the good feeling comes from the studying itself. So what does this actually look like in a real day? How do you put it all together? Let's walk through a simple schedule you can start using, like, today. You see how the whole day is built around managing your dopamine? You wake up and you stay away from your phone to keep your dopamine baseline low. Then you do your deprivation, then your study blocks, and check this out. Only in the evening, after the important work is done, do you let yourself have some of that high dopamine fun, but it's on your terms. So here's your repeatable blueprint for each study session. A quick 2-minute visualization, a 25-minute sprint of pure focus, a gentle 5-minute break, and then, and I know this sounds a little silly, but trust me, it works, a small physical celebration. I'm serious. Pump your fists in here. Say yes out loud. You're forging this powerful link in your brain between doing the hard work and feeling victorious. Now, this all sounds great in theory, right? But the real trick is making it a habit. So let's talk about the secret to making this whole thing actually stick for the long haul. Look, I'm just gonna be straight with you. The first couple of days of this, they're gonna be tough. Your brain is gonna scream for its old, easy dopamine hits. It will feel like withdrawal. Because, well, it kind of is. But if you can just push through that initial discomfort, something incredible starts to happen. Your brain's dopamine baseline literally resets. And all of a sudden, finishing a chapter gives you a genuine rush. The act of learning becomes its own reward. You're not forcing it anymore. You actually want to do it. It's like a switch just flips inside your head. So here's my challenge to you. Don't think about doing this forever. Just commit to 5 days. That's it. 5 days of being the boss of your own dopamine. Anyone can do that. So here's your final checklist. Commit to just those 5 days. Pay really close attention to how you feel and notice that exact moment when studying starts to feel good. And once you find that feeling, protect it. Guard that new habit. Because remember, you're not fighting your brain anymore. You're reprogramming it. The dopamine is already inside you. It's the most powerful motivational tool on the planet. The only real question left is, where are you going to point it?